Okay. Hey, I'm sorry about that. Um, all right, let's continue. Uh, so to expand this is x squared plus, remember x times x is x squared, then you said x times 1 is x, then 1 times x is x, which is 2x, then 1 times 1 is 1. So that's how I got this, and it's squared again. Then that means we have to expand again. So of course, if we do expand, let's see what we have. That should be equal to 2 into x power 4 plus x squared times 2x, 2x3, x squared times 1 plus x squared, then 2x times x squared is 2x3, 2x times 2x is plus 4x squared, 2x times 1 is plus 2x, yeah,
Plus square.
then using 1, sorry, hello, hello guys,
Hi, sir.
yeah, did you say something? Yes, speak, you said something. 2x3, 4x squared, 2x. Should we continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
You can continue.
so now count. If it is above 9, then it's wrong. It must be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's correct. Because this is 3. It's like just saying 3 squared is 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If there are 2, then I will expect 4 because 2 squared is 4. Yeah, that's so if there are 4, then it should be 16. Then I will now combine them. Remember, this is plus 5 is still here, which is equal to 2 into x squared. Collect like terms, we have plus 4x3. Then we have this x squared here, 5x, 6x squared plus 6x squared. Then we have how many x? 2x, 2x plus 4x plus 1 plus 5. So which is equal to 2x4 plus 8x squared, x3, 8x3 plus
Plus 12x.
12x squared plus 8x plus 2
Plus
plus
2.
5, which is 7. All right. So now, before we proceed, I'm going to do what I did in the previous one. I'm going to have something like f of g of h. Maybe let's just keep it low of 1. Let's use one
Sir,
example. Yes.
there's someone who has raised their hand.
Okay, I'm coming back to the page. Remember, I do leave the page to my board. Okay, ask your question.
Sir, I didn't get the last step.
You didn't get the last step.
Yes.
Okay, let me go back to the board. The last step. We expanded this up to this point. Now I just multiply. I just remove the bracket in order to multiply everything inside by 2. So this times 2, 2x power 4 plus, remember, 2 times 4, 8, 2 times 6, 12, 2 times 4, 8, 2 times 1, 2. So I have 2 here. Now the bracket is open. So that means what I have here as 7 is that 2 plus 5. I don't know where did I get your question? Did I answer your question?
Yes, I got.
Fine. Now I was saying let's just do what we did before. Let's try f of g of h of 1. Remember we say f of g f o g o h. So let's try put a value 1. So if you put a value 1, we are going to have 1 raised to power anything is 1. So we are going to have 2 plus 8 plus 12 plus 8 plus 7. So which is 10 plus 12, 22 plus 8, 30 plus 7, 37. So now what I want you to do is try it on your own way, what I did before. Do hash of 1 alone, then take the answer. Let's say the answer is something else like A. Now do g of A. Let's say the answer is something else like B. Now do f of B. You are going to get 37. So whichever way, to prove that what you are doing is absolutely correct. Okay. Now, are we together? I think by this time everybody should be in the same page for function, because I want to go to inverse function. Any question? No question. So inverse just means undo, like undoing what you have done. And if you go to the study material, you will see different definitions. Just excuse me, I think what I copied is no longer there. All right, so you see different definitions, like I would like to go through them in few minutes. So but actually the what we are expecting, or our expectation at the end of this, is to understand what is made by inverse functions, and then also to determine inverse functions. So for quick one, what we actually mean is that in everyday life we do reverse or we do opposite. You do something, you can redo it. You can decide to call your friend and say, I'm taking back that word. So it's all those things are functions, and it's just inverse. If you turn the light on, if you want to sleep, what are you going to do? You turn it off. Sometimes we get united, we get divided. Okay, so let's use it to illustrate. Then I will use mathematical example, which is the one in that textbook, to show you what this thing actually means. So now we have this in turning a light on, united, multiplying by 3, adding 2, and then multiplying by 3 again. So the inverse are turning a light off. I want to sleep. If you are united, maybe you will divide. So if we multiply, we divide by 3. So, and this thing, before I forget, also follow the rule of BODMAS. So the last one, adding by 2, then multiplying by 3, is adding by 3, then subtracting by 2. Because for BODMAS, division comes before subtraction and addition. So despite that, we added before we multiplied, but in the inverse function, we followed the rule of BODMAS. Okay. So inverse function in a nutshell is just redoing what you have done before. So taking a direct example from the book, f of x, which is a dependent variable of these two of x. Here, remember here we call it dependent. This one is a variable. It depends on what x will be. So it becomes dependent variable. But this one is independent because this one has a domain that it is coming from. So we call this one independent variable. Independent variable. Remember, both of them are variables. It's just that function, if the domain of x is a and the domain of f of x is b, it means that b is depending on a. That is what we mean by independent variables. So whatever my domain of a, let's define domain of a as 2, 3, 4. So for this function, my b is going to be what? 4, 6, 8. Why? Because they are just taking the value from a and giving me b. So that is what we mean. F of 2 is equal to 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. Then f of 3 is equal to 2 times 3 equal to 6, and so on. So that means if I want to have the inverse, if I want to reduce, I will just go back. So if I want to reduce, I will just go back from b back to a. So this becomes the inverse. So for me to go back from b to a, I have to say let f of x be y. Just always give it another variable y, because sometimes if we are doing the subject formula, f of x becomes clumsy. Yeah, but if I give it a single variable like this, then it will look cleaner. That is just the reason. There's no other reason. It's just for cleanliness. So this is equal to 2x. So for me to do the inverse, I have to make x the subject formula. So to make x the subject formula, if x is on this side, that means the inverse becomes y over 2. Remember when we say since we are multiplying, so the inverse will be dividing. So if that is the case, that means we can put it in this form. Inverse f of x is equal to x over 2. So that if I have inverse f of 4, is going to give me 4 over 2, which is 2. Inverse f of 6 is going to give me 6 over 2, which is 3. So and so on. Also inverse, let me finish it. I gave 3 values in the domain, so let me finish it. This is 8 over 2 equal to 4. So I've been able to reduce, I've been able to move this back to the original domain. So remember, this domain B was 4, 8, and what? 4, 6, and 8. So back to 2, 3, 4. So inverse just means redo what you have done. If you multiply, divide. If you divided, multiply. If you subtract, add. If you had added, subtract. Simple example. Did you understand, guys? Before we proceed.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well understood.
Thank you. Another example. Let's consider this one. f of x equal to x cubed plus 3 over 2 minus x squared. And then, since this thing has a denominator, x cubed, not x squared, sorry. Since this has a denominator, we normally give condition, because like last week I was explaining to you, we to get infinity here, it doesn't work. So provided that x is not this denominator sum is not equal to 0, because if it is equal to 0, it's going to throw the whole thing to infinity. Remember, any value over 0 is
Undefined.
nonsense. Yeah, we don't call it undefined now. You've outgrown that language. It's infinity, but except in a certain app that you want to say undefined, you are free to say undefined. But it's actually defined in the region of infinity. Okay, so now the only thing we have to do here is to make x the subject formula. So we are going to define f of x as y. Hey, somebody sent me message since on WhatsApp that he's been trying to log in and I don't know. Yo. But that is the same link you guys used to log in. I don't know what to answer. Let's continue. I will sort it out after. Yeah, maybe the person can download the video. Okay, so now I will say let f of x equal to y. If you know this, you can even try it before me and tell me. You can even correct me along the line. So that means y equal to s cubed plus 3 over 2 minus s cubed. So now our idea is when we get this dependent variable in place of the independent variable, then we are done with the inverse. So once we get this in place of this, the dependent variable in place of the independent variable, then we are done. So that means for me to do that, I have to make the independent variable subject formula, which is x. Then to do that, I will say this is y into, I'm multiplying both sides by the denominator. So that means this side, the denominator will cancel out. So I will have this. Then open bracket, I have 2y minus 2s cubed equal to s cubed plus 3. Okay, so now remember my idea is to make s the subject sub formula. I will bring them to a certain like terms. So I'll have 2y equal to x3 plus 2x3. Okay, so this
Sir,
implies that yes.
can you please pause?
Okay,
There's also someone who has raised their hand right now.
okay, all right, shoot, you have a
Sir,
question?
sir,
Yes, yes.
when you multiply the y into the bracket, is it not supposed to be the x cubed? Are you not supposed to multiply the y with the x cubed? Because you just said 2x cubed over there. I don't understand.
Let's start from here. I just brought up this here using cross multiply or whichever way you do, and that you say cross multiply or you say divide, multiply both sides by this denominator. So I was able to have this. Remember, y multiplied by everything here becomes y multiplied by 2y, y multiplied by s cubed. Oh, I see what you mean. I used 2 instead of y.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
you are right. Yeah, you're right. It shows that you're following. So I was now using 2 to expand instead of y. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's continue. This is 2y equal to x cubed plus y x3 plus 3. Okay. Now this implies that, so my interest is on x. So this implies that x cubed plus y x3 is equal to 3 minus 2y. Let's look at it. So if, am I right? It's 2y
No, then
minus 3. It's
yes.
2y minus 3. Because this one crosses here is minus, while this one remains positive, okay? So just be careful about your crossings, equality sign rule. Always follow it. Of course, you know. So since my interest is on x cubed, that's why I brought x this side. This one becomes 1 plus y equal to 2y minus 3. So that means x cubed is equal to 2y minus 3 over over, right?
Yes, sir.
Don't want to make x cubed subject formula. It's x that I'm interested in. So if cube crosses equality sign, it changes to cube root.
So
So this becomes cube root 2y minus 3 over,
plus 1.
why am I always right? Over 1 plus y.
Yes, sir.
Now, once this is done, what you have to do is bring back your f of x, but invert. So this is equal to whatever that is there, but with the original independent variable. So this is 2x minus 3 over 1 plus x. That's what we are saying. So y has played its part, like a catalyst is gone. So this represents, so if x is this, that means the inverse is just that. So the secret is, once you make x the subject formula, first of all, you have to define f of x to be y. Then y becomes equal to that function on the output. Then this function on the output, remember it has x inside. So extract x and make x to be in place of y. That is in subject formula. Once you have it, then you bring back the inverse and then take x and put it in place of that y. You are done. Maybe we can get another example for clarification. I want to go back. Let me copy something from the study material. Remember that thing they sent, what do you call it? COVID-19 data pack. We have an updated study material, latest one, apart from the hard copy we shared in class. So I will advise you guys, when you are studying, also look into that one inside that COVID-19 folder, COVID-19 folder in my tutor. It's got other and a lot of examples and updated stuff in there. All right, so I'm taking something from this page. I'm coming. Okay. Yeah, we've got a lot of examples here. I think A is the, let me go back. I missed A, or I have solved it or something. Okay. Okay. A is 5x minus 3. I missed A. A was this. All right, so to quickly run, always let f of x be equal to y. That one is settled. So we have for A, we have y equal to 5x minus 3. So that means y plus 3 equal to 5x. So it means x equal to y plus 3 over 5. So this a kind of illustrate an example, this thing we gave here. Dividing by 3, then subtracting by 2, opposite of adding by 2 and multiplying by 3. So it's a typical example. So you see we multiplied by 5 minus 3. Now we by 5 and then plus 3. Okay, so now if this is done, I'll bring the definition. This is equal to x plus 3 over 5. B, so also this is just y equal to 1 over y, 1 over x. That means provided that x is not equal to 0, that means x is equal to what? 1 over y. Guys, are you there?
Yes.
So if you make y subject formula here, or if you make x subject formula here, yeah, x equal to 1 over y. So that means, bring back this. What did you notice in this? There you go. Ma'am, can you switch off your microphone?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Relax.
So did you notice something in this example, this one?
Don't switch your microphone. Mohadi, switch off your mic.
I think she's busy talking with family and she has forgotten that we are in class.
Mohadi, switch off your mic.
Oh, I think, yeah, we have to continue. It's fine. So I was just asking, what did you notice in this example, this B?
Nothing changed.
Why didn't it change?
I don't know.
Because the independent variable was found at it's already an inverse. So you see, is 1 over something. So it was found at the denominator of the function. So also the inverse become also the same thing. I just noticed it now. It's the same. It doesn't change because if x is equal to 1 over x, you see x is not at the numerator but it's at the denominator. So showing 1 over something is inverting already. So if here is y is equal to this, then x becomes 1 over y. Then if you put it back to the function and replace y by x, then you get the same thing. That's so unique. Okay, so that's so unique, provided that x is not equal to 0. And C, is f of x equal to 1 minus x. So you have y equal to 1 minus x, therefore x equal to 1 minus y. Agree? Another unique one, so that inverse of f of x is the same thing. So can we bring maybe domains to prove these two, B and C? Let's say we have a domain of A that is let's say this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then the function is 1 minus x. So what will be here? 1 minus 0 is 1, minus 1 is 0, 1 minus 2 is minus 1, this is minus 2. So and then we say that the invert is alike. So if I take this to be the same thing as 1 minus x, so what should I expect? So I'm going to take from this side to this side. So I'll first of all have inverse of x 1. So if I take the from the domain B, from the output, let me see what the input will be. So it will be 1 minus 1 equal to 0. You see things are working for us. If I now take inverse for this 0, I'm going to have 1 minus 0 equal to 1. So which I undo this one. See, this one has been undid, this one. So now if I take this inverse of negative 1, I'm going to have 1 minus minus 1, which is 1 plus 1, right? Equal to 2. If I take the last one, which is negative 2, I'm going to have 1 minus minus 2 equal to 3. So at this point, we establish that inverse function look exactly like the normal function. This is a defined function, and this is the inverse function here. So also this one, the one we did. So B and C. So on your own, try to use this kind of thing I did here to check B. Because B, we find out that f of x is equal to over x, which was the same thing like the invert. So use a domain test to check it. You see that they should be giving you the same thing. Okay, so let's see D. Guys, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's see D. 3 over
Yes, sir.
7 minus x. Thank you. 3 over 7 minus x. F of x equal to 3 over 7 minus x. Okay, so let f of x be y. So we have y equal to 3 over 7 minus x. So 7 y minus xy equal to 3. Like doing cross multiply. So that means So which one do we want to make subject formula? That is the x. So that means we have 7y minus 3. This one cross this side equal to xy. That means y equal to 7. That means x equal to 7y minus 3 over y. Very unique. So once that is done, then I'll express it in the original definition. So 7x minus 3 over x. Finish and clear. Is that clear?
Sir.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to choose from number 2 between A, B, and C because I want to solve number 3. And also there's another one I want to solve before we close. So if I solve this serially, you may get bored. So let me just check. Okay, let us take A only. Then you can try this one on your own. And also go to the assignment for those of you guys that are following me, because I didn't really want you guys to stress over the assignment. I just wanted it to be like something you used to practice. Like after this, you go and solve it, not to stress over it, so that you can. Some have already submitted. I'm not against them, but it depends on how they plan. But I wanted us to be doing it bit by bit on maybe by end of August. Then we are done with classes. Then you can submit. That means every week we should be solving a topic, use it to learn. Okay, so let's do this at this corner here. G of t equal to t over t plus 3. So that means let g of t equal to y. So that means y equal to t over t plus 3. Then y t plus 3y equal to t. This is 3y equal to t. Then yt minus t equal to negative 3y. Right? Yes. So that means I don't want this negative here. That means t minus yt equal to 3y. So in that case, t into 1 minus y equal to 3y. That means t equal to 3y over 1 minus y. So we are done with the inverse. So what we just have to do there is to say the inverse of t. Oh, it was g, sorry. G inverse of t becomes 3t over 1 minus t. Okay. That's simple. So I would like you to do B and C, and let's check 3. 3 says if f is defined as f of x equal to 3 or x plus 1 over 3x plus 1, we want to show that the inverse function is this. So when you see something like this, there's nothing to do there than to solve for the inverse function. Then once you solve it, you say that it has been shown that this is equal to this, and that's all. Because sometimes too much grammar in mathematics do throw some people off. So to show that means just solve for the inverse of this. So there's no big deal there. I have other ones that I will bring. So that thing is x plus 1 over 3x plus 1. So let's come down here. F of x equal to x plus 1 over 3x plus 1. So to show, you can start writing to show that that thing is equal to that. Then you start solving. Let y equal to f of x. Therefore, y equal to x plus 1 over 3x plus 1. So this is 3xy plus y equal to x plus 1. And 3xy minus s equal to 1 minus y. Remember, this one cross equality sign, this one cross equality sign. Okay, so that means x into 3y minus 1 equal to 1 minus y. X equal to 1 minus y over 3y minus 1. So we are done. So what we have to do is to bring back the x is equal to 1 minus x over 3x minus 1. Proved. Then you can say it has been proved, blah, 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 that that thing is equal to that. Because if you go to the answer that was given there is actually the same, 1 minus x over 3x minus 1. All right. So similarly, this is just similar thing to do. Let me try. I think I saw another one that looks attractive. One or two. Okay. Yeah. Let me copy them. Just a minute. Okay. Guys, let's look at this one together. If this was physical class, I was going to ask you to solve it while we do it the way we usually do in class, but this online thing, I don't see your face. I don't know what is happening on that side. Okay. Where is what I copied? Any questions so far?
No, sir.
No question. It seems like what I copied failed to paste. Okay. Yeah, it works. So we want to show, like this kind of thing can easily throw someone off, but it's very simple. If they ask you something like this in exam or in a test, consider the function f of x squared sq plus 3 over this, provided that that is not equal to 0. Show that the inverse function is this. I say, wow, hey, this thing is tough. It's not tough, it's easy. So follow it the same way from the background you have. Let f of x equal to y. So this becomes 2 minus s cubed. So this we've solved before. So just try to make x the subject formula. This is what we started with, true or false? Guys,
True.
we've solved.
It's
Yes?
true. True.
Yes, we have solved this thing. Yes, we have solved this. I'm going to keep quiet for 2 minutes for you to solve this one for me and tell me the answer. Just in 2 minutes. Number 2 for g of t. The f of t we have solved before. Are you doing that, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And sir,
Yes.
I got the cube root of 2y minus 3 all over 1 plus y.
So you said you have um cube root of what?
2y minus
Can you,
3.
no, 2x minus 3. Yes.
Yes, 2x all over
Yeah.
y 1 plus 3.
Eh? X
1
plus
plus
3.
3. 1 plus
What?
3.
1
1,
plus
1 plus x, sorry.
x. Okay, let me wait for others, ne?
Yes, sir.
But anyway. Um my brother, which one did you solve?
X cubed plus 3 over
But look at the one
2.
I say you should solve. Are you looking at my board? I say solve number 2. Number 1 we have solved. You just solve number 1 and give me again. Hmm?
Let me solve.
That's the one. You did number 1. It's number 2 that we are solving. Ne?
Yeah. So I think I got number
Okay, what's your answer for number 2?
2t minus 3 over 5.
No. Start with the input side or the output side. Input side, yes. G of what? Negative inverse of G of t is equal to what?
2t minus 3 over 5.
2g minus 3 over 5.
Yeah, t.
Where is t? 2t.
Yeah,
Did you mean 2t, not 2g? Okay, say 2t.
yes.
Don't be too fast. Check, cross check very well. 2t minus 3. Remember the function here is 2t minus 3 over 1 plus t. Then all together power 1 over 3. Like this.
Oh,
This is the function. So don't walk too fast. Okay, cool down. Yeah, let me give you just 2 minutes.
So
Mhm. Yes.
I got
What's your answer?
minus y cubed
Let's
over
start like this. Inverse of g of t equal to what?
minus 3 minus t cubed over t cubed minus 2.
Okay, let me wait for others. Okay. Kevin. Kevin, are you here? Okay. Any other answer? I see a lot of guys are being affected by network. Once after this class, I will compress the video and put on my tutor because it's usually large, especially this class that is going up to 2 hours to share on WhatsApp. That's why I don't normally share some. I will check them once they are above 40 MB. My WhatsApp doesn't accept. So yeah, if it's above 40 MB, then you find it on my tutor. My tutor is 0 rated. You can just play for free, whether you have data or not. Okay. Any other answer? Class, are you still busy? Are you still busy?
No, we're done.
Yes.
Some say yes, some say no, they are done. You see, that's how it's hard, to do exercise inside here because I don't see you. If I'm seeing you, then I will know when you are done or you are still busy. But okay, I just need another answer. I if I hear clearly, was it Fortune or Florence? Who said yes, we are done? Is it George? George, can I have your answer?
No, I got 2T.
Okay, you said 2T,
2T cube
2T cube, yes.
minus root of 3. Cube root of
Oh, like this.
yeah.
Then,
Over
yes.
1 plus T cube.
Is that all?
Yes.
Okay. So now, let's do it together because now we have two contrary answers. We don't know whether both of them are wrong or one of them is correct. So let's together and see. So we have g of t to be this. Then we say let y equal to g of t. Then we have y equal to 2t minus 3 over 1 plus t all raised to power cube root. So this implies that if cube root crosses equality sign, it is to y cube. So we now have y
Sir,
cube
there's a
equal to,
hand
yes,
raising. Sorry,
okay.
sir, there's a hand raising by Fortune.
Yeah, Fortune, speak. You have an answer.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so let's note Fortune answer. Shoot.
T T cube ne?
T
T
cube,
cube
yeah, yes,
plus 3
yes,
over
mm-hmm.
2 minus t cube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, your answer is just the same like this. Only that with the first man, only that you package your own better than he did. I will prove that. Although if you look at it, you will get what I mean. This one number Fortune own is the same with this guy's own. Only that Fortune package it better than this guy. So, but let's see which of the three is more correct. So now, if this cross equality sign changes to y cube, then this is equal to what's everything that is here. So, and our aim is to make t subject formula. So we bring up the denominator. We have y cube plus y cube t. That is this multiplied by this. So which is equal to 2t minus 3. Okay. So that means y cube plus 3 is equal to 2t minus y cube. So y cube t. So that means I'll factorize t here. That means t into 2 minus y cube equal to y cube plus 3. So making t subject formula, this becomes y cube plus 3 over 2 minus y cube. So once that is done, then you put it in inverse form and then replace that y by the t. So you have t cube plus 3 over 2 minus this. So which is exactly what Fortune gets, or what Fortune got. So now we don't agree with this one. So we agree with this one and this one. Only that this one was not well packaged. Okay, that's it, guys. I will advise you to make sure you practice this before the next class, because the next class we are going to grow higher. So don't carry it over, because some of these guys that do carry course over, it's just because they've been carrying some topics inside that course over. Maybe they will cover a topic, they will fail to study it. They will cover another topic, they will fail to study. They will keep, piling work for themselves. At the end of the day, they will be panicking and a lot of things. Then they will end up failing the course. So don't do like that. Always study the previous class before the next one for all your subjects, not just for math only. Every subject you are doing, you have time for that. In fact, if you are giving yourself only 3 hours a day, you should be doing that for your book. 3 hours only can do that. Just normal. Just sit, maybe. Anyway. Okay. So yeah. Any question? Any question? Any observation? Any complaint? Okay. If there is no question, next week we will deal with quadratic functions and parabola. Okay, so we will try to learn how to apply those quadratic equations. We learn those things. We learn factorization. So we are going to apply it in certain things we do in optimization and so on. Yeah. Any question? Stop sharing. People are already leaving. So if you are leaving, thank you. See you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye, sir.